Okay, everyone, so this is my Honda Accord. I'm actually sitting in the back seat again to show you guys that this Accord provides plenty of backseat legroom. And also the fact that I am 5'10", I don't have an issue sitting back here, unlike my sister's Camry, which is a little bit lower and probably fitted for more Asian people. Let's go ahead and give you guys a little bit of an interior from the back. I only do have 5 seats in this car, not 7. But the back seats are very comfortable. They are cloth, so even though your ass slides against them, it's not as much of a big deal as the leather seats. The door panels are vinyl, but I will admit this vinyl is not easy to keep up. Unfortunately, that door panel was stabbed a while ago, and the one up front I did have to fix already twice. The vinyl, though, in this car is not too bad. It's just you really have to take care of it. You have to get your car washes and everything like that, and sometimes that can get a little bit expensive. So basically, we do have the center console here. I have 2 cup holders in the back, and they're pretty decent sized cup holders, but I have to get this car like completely just washed and redone. We do have floor mats here, and we also have everything that we need back here for actually a long trip. This is a very good trip car, although sometimes you got to worry about it because the transmissions on these aren't very reliable. So let's go ahead and sort of go up to the front, where we have all of this stuff right here that is kind of, wow, I really need to wash this car, damn. But it's a little bit hard here, but it's definitely better made. Unfortunately, the gear shift is taking some sun damage. The dashboard is a little bit hard to touch, but everything else on it is pretty soft and pretty pliable, excuse me. I do have a little bit of a tear there, but that's not a big deal. Everything else in this car is doing pretty good. I got a new steering wheel cover, the dashboard's over there, and air conditioning and stuff like that. I mean, that's pretty common. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and get out of the car. One thing I did notice, though, is those speedometers, but that's why I put that speedometer question on there. So let's go ahead and get out and do an exterior review on this one. This one I'm not going to be trapped in by a child safety lock. So, we're going to get out, and I'm going to show you guys my Honda. So one thing to note about these Honda Accords is that they are pretty much all the same whatsoever. The only thing that may be different on some of them is the fact that this is a black piece of metal versus a chrome sort of looking thing. And a lot of the Honda Accords don't have this particular stripe, nor this, which was actually added on by my grandparents for people who like to hit doors. Basically, this is the LX model, so it doesn't have the steel wheels. It does have hubcaps that definitely are in need of replacing. But right now I'm not really worried about it because I think I might paint them. The doors are great. They're actually a little bit dented, unfortunately, but that's due to Japanese making. A lot of the Japanese and Korean cars and all the foreign cars, they don't really have much of a, I guess, body base like the Ford and the Dodges did. That's why they're so light and they're so economical. But definitely if you got into a car accident, I'd rather be in a car accident in this than that. Tires, bought them from Walmart. We'll never buy tires from Walmart again, but that's out of the question. The headlights are actually really in good condition, but I keep my car up to date, whereas this Expedition, we didn't know where it was coming from. But I always took care of this car. We do have a little bit of clear coat peeling, but nothing really out of the ordinary. And I do not have the red Honda emblem, but this car was made in Japan. Definitely, for sure. The hood has a dent in it. It's not too bad, though. It's actually pretty nice. Radio antenna is actually in the back. Moving over to the right-hand side of the car, it's a little bit prettier because this is the side where basically my grandparents decided not to hit the doors on things. So the right-hand side of the car is pretty much the same as the left, you know, in any car for that matter. The only thing is that you have to worry about on these Hondas is these things. So this one's pretty sturdy, but I did have to replace the one on the left-hand side because of the fact that it was starting to lift up. And that could fly off, and that could be kind of annoying. It's not exactly a good-looking thing. Hubcaps on this side are also a little bit prettier, besides the one on the right, which I'm not sure what happened, but I guess maybe they were hit by something with red paint. Moving towards the back again, these are Bridgestone tires, so they're actually nice tires. But these things right here, I do like the fact that they have them, but at the same time, they do tend to dent a little bit more than I've seen on the black ones. So the black ones might be like a rubber or a plastic or something like that, but it's not really a big deal. It's not something I'm worried about. This car has treated me really well. I do have tinted windows, and my radio antenna is here on the back window, so basically that's how I can listen to music. Moving towards the back of the car. Now, this is a big difference between the 98 and 2000 Accords and the 2001 and 2002 Accords. This car is technically a 99, but it's actually listed as a 2000, so it's the same car as you've seen in all the videos. But I want to show you guys something that's really important. It really intrigues me, actually. So, on the 98 through 2000 Accords, you can tell on the taillights, this is the reverse light and this is the turn signal. Now, all of this stuff is red, right? So, in the newer Honda Accords, the 2001 and 2, all of this right here is red, and the turn signal and the reverse lights are along the base of the end of the tail light. So, it's just a little bit of a switch. That's kind of how you can tell is this is where the turn signal and the reverse light would be if this was a 2001 and 2, and this part would be red. Not really much of a big difference. I actually like this design better because it makes the car look less old, actually. I think it looks younger. I do have the Honda emblems on the back still. It's actually kind of funny because like people steal them all the time, and I'm not exactly in the best area. I'm not going to jinx myself, but you know. Yeah, and then this is the back of the vehicle. The bumper-wise, could use some work. I tend to hit it a lot when I put some stuff in the trunk, but that's something that really is not too big of a deal. The body damage on this car is actually very minimal for the amount of driving that I do with it and for the amount of stuff that I do with it. Unfortunately, I got the car this way with these paint peels and stuff like that, but it's not really something that I'm worried about. I'm worried about more just getting places and having a vehicle in the first place. But this is something I wanted to show you, is this one's starting to come up a little bit. So as you can see, it's a little bit wiggly, but it's not really like what this one was. This one was already falling off. Also, too, a lot of Accords don't have this chrome piece right here. The LX and the EX do. I'm not sure about the DX, unfortunately, because I don't have one. But, yeah, it's been a pretty good car. Now, I did have that paint peeling problem right here that a lot of the Honda Accords had. I think there was actually a class action lawsuit for that, was the paint. But as you can see, I tried to repair this as much as possible, but this one's actually going to stick better than the other ones because of the stuff that I put on it. I put like that really rough rubber cement on it, and it wasn't really like the rubber cement, but it was a two-sided tape, so it is lifting a little bit, but like it's nothing compared to what it was. It used to like fall off and do some weird shit, so at least I still have, you know, that particular piece. It's not really a big deal. It doesn't really look that deformed. I'm not really too worried about it. I'd rather have that piece than actually not have it whatsoever. So if you guys have any questions about this car, go ahead and feel free to ask. To be honest with you, I like this car as much as my sister's Camry. The only thing about this one is that there is more headroom to get in. Unfortunately, with my sister's car, like I said, it was made for short Asians, and you can hit your head pretty well getting into the car. But like I said, I've already done this stuff before, so that's mainly it. The steering wheel is pretty soft to the touch. Everything's soft to the touch. My cruise control, unfortunately, does not work. But yeah, that's basically it. So if you guys do have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. I'm ready to answer them. And that's about it. Hopefully this video was satisfying to some of the viewers that have asked for this. And if it's not, just go ahead and tell me what you guys want to see. Okay? Have a good one.